Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Blessings and honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, that's teaching the truth and sincerity, the hope for elect. Today, I'm going to go into setting your priorities straight. You know, enough is enough, you know, with the shenanigans and bullshit that we're caught up into, you know. The day that you go to camp is the day that you go to camp. There shouldn't be nothing else going on in your life. Oh, well, I'm going to say there should be nothing else to get in your way besides going to camp on the day that you go to camp, whether it be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, all right? Now, if you got to go to work, of course you got to go to work. But anything else, nothing should be more important on camp day besides camp. All right? Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Let all things be done decently and in order. Now, you've seen the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Ramlab, and the elders. They went into that already due to the certain situation that just recently happened. But this is in regards to the Akim that's having a hard time deciding whether they should go to camp or whether they should leave camp to take care of their personal business or making it to camp late because they want to do their personal business, you know? All that is BS, man. Camp is one day out of the week, man. One day out of the week. And you're going to lollygag, procrastinate, and do whatever you want to do the day you're supposed to serve the Lord. That's unacceptable. It's bullshit, man. Read it again, brother.
All right. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Let all things be done decently and in order. You know the day that you're supposed to camp. You go to camp. You know the time period you're supposed to be at camp. You know what time camp ends. So there should be nothing more important than getting to camp and then serving the Lord. And then when you're out there in camp, being in the spirit. Not being caught up into whatever woman passed you by, whatever demon is talking shit. You gotta be locked in the spirit. If you read with power. If you speak clearly and with power. If you hold in post, be on post. Don't be all on your phones. All right? Being caught up in whatever distraction that's going on around you. Be locked in the spirit, man. Enough is enough, man. You're old enough to know what you're supposed to do. Nobody got to tell you what to do, man. Get the next script, bro.
Right. This is Colossians 2 and 5. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit.
Though the elders be absent from the Akim in the different states, though the elders are absent in the flesh, they're with you in the spirit. Because you watch their videos, you're their fruit, so you understand and you know the protocol. You know what you're supposed to do. In the Akim in New York, we know our protocol and we know what we're supposed to do. We know what time we're supposed to be at camp. We know what time camp ends. And we know when it's time for business, it's time for business. Nothing else should be important than what you're doing, which is the will of the Most High. Go ahead.
Joying and beholding your order.
And joying and beholding your order. All right? So the apostles are supposed to be happy that brothers are doing what they're doing. They're fulfilling their lots. They're filling out their roles. Whether it's speaking on point, reading on point, or holding post on point. Getting to camp on time. I gotta stress this because enough is a fucking enough, man. Camp is one day out of the week. Whatever's going on in your life or whatever you gotta take care of, you take care after camp or before camp. Or the days before camp. Not even, if it's gonna get in the way for you being late to camp, then don't do it, man. Unless it's work. You know? Yeah.
And the steadfastness of your faith in Yahushua.
And the elders behold the steadfastness of your faith in Yahushua. which is camp day. When we go out there on the highways and byways to do what we got to do, what he commanded us to do. Give me Luke chapter 9, verse 60.
All right.
And I hope the point is clear, you know? Because when it's time for us to go to camp and do what we got to do, nothing else matters, man. There's no reason you should be late to camp. Brothers got certain conditions and medical conditions, understandable. If you got to understand it with your higher ranking brothers or the elders or, you know, the leaders of the camp, that's all good and gravy. But for the brothers that's able-bodied, that's not working, you're healthy, and you're still procrastinating and making it to camp late or leaving camp early for some BS, shit gotta change, man. Shit gotta change. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is Luke 9 and 60. Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury the dead.
Read the verse prior, Baba Kashab.
All right. Luke 9 and 59. And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
Come on, man. You know how cold-blooded that is? That was his father, the man that raised him. He said, suffer me to go bury my father. Read on.
Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury their dead.
Let the dead bury their dead, man. Come on, man. And you can't say Yahushua is not merciful. You can't say Yahushua is not a long-suffering brother of power. You can't say that. You can't say that Yahushua is not merciful or the Most High is not merciful. But guess what? When it's time for business, it's time for business, man. The Lord said, follow me, man. The Lord said, go out there in the highways and byways. And you got a designated time to be out there. You're supposed to be out there. You got a designated time when they leave. Guess what? You got to be out there. He said, let the dead bury the dead. Meaning the rest of your family members, the rest of the family members can handle the business. You got to be about your father's business. Yeah, brother.
But go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High.
I ain't got nothing more to say. Yahushua said it himself. Let the dead bury the dead. You go and preach the kingdom of heaven, man. You go preach repentance. You go do the work. You got work to do. With that, I hope you brothers was edified. Until next time, I say shalom.